Hi everyone, Vicente here. So really excited to share with you the latest feature that we brought to myaidrive.com, and I think you're really going to love this. As you know, of course we are a GPT on the OpenAI GPT store. We use GPT-4 to take a look at your documents and answer questions and provide summaries and things of that nature. GPT-4 is a great model, and we love it. But recently, new models from the likes of Anthropic or even Google as well have been coming up. And these models are also becoming really, really good. Some of them, I would argue, even better than GPT-4 in some cases. And we'll talk about that. The exciting thing is we are bringing the newest model from Anthropic, Claude 3, to AI Drive. And this is really, really cool because you're going to be able to actually compare and contrast how the Claude 3 is doing compared to GPT-4 and really figure out which model is best for which task and really do this even just on AI Drive, not even using the GPT. So let's get to it. So we're here in the AI PDF, that's great, but let's go to AI Drive and I have a bunch of documents here. These are Supreme Court cases, PDF from that. And of course, I'm using Pro, right? So you want to have Pro to have access to Claude family of models or Claude 3. And so the way we're going to do this, you just come here and you see this little, I mouse over, you see this little quick summary button here. So this is the latest feature that we just brought in. And here you see quick summary prompt editor. And there is a model selection here, right? So we have Claude 3 Haiku, Sonnet, and also Cohere, which also has a great model, Command R. So you can choose which one you want to use, right? So for starters, we're going to go with Claude 3 Haiku. And I'm going to say, write a summary of this Supreme Court case as a top paralegal at a top 3 law firm. Make it look nice and with proper sections and titles, things of that nature. Let's just try this summary. So one thing you're going to notice, and just click that, right? We just open this and we are starting, and you see how fast Haiku is, right? So Claude 3 Haiku is a really fast model. And I would say it's faster than GPT-3.5. And actually, I believe, from the experimentation we've been doing, smarter in many cases than GPT-3.5, and in some cases approaching GPT-4. So it's great. So summary of Supreme Court case, Accident Enterprise, there's a background, then Supreme Court is here, and I'm not a lawyer, but this seems, pretty good. And there's a conclusion. So some of the things that we do here, we say, okay, we summarize 45 pages out of 45, so total. We just put a link to the original file here so that you can always kind of take a look at the original file. And we say, okay, we created this with Claude 3 Haiku, right? So let's save this. I'm going to include the prompt as well, right? So this way we have the full thing that we did here. And I'm going to save this in AI Drive. So it's a summary. I'm just going to change the name and say this was Haiku model. And let's save that. Right? And then now this is in AI Drive. So we're going to do the same thing now with the model that's slightly bigger, which is the Sonnet model, also from the Claude 3 family, right? So let's go and do Claude 3. And of course, our prompt is here, already saved by AI Drive. So we have it here, let's hit it, and let's see how it does. So we have our summary here. And one thing I didn't mention is that this is actually a fully fledged text editor. So you can get this and you can make changes as well. So this would be super useful. And as you can see, this takes a little longer. You can see slightly lower here on the streaming. And let's see how it does. So it's, talking about the background, procedural history. So not a lawyer again, but I think it feels more polished. And what I would expect, again, from the prompt, what a top tier, paralegal type AI would be able to do. Reasoning, concurring opinions. Yeah, so I can tell this is a lot more elaborate, right? So it's a great summary here. We're gonna save that. Oh yeah, I wanted to show you, you can just come here and make changes, right? Let's make this bold, right? and you can make a bunch of changes, put links. So it's a fully fledged text editor. Let's include the prompt here, and I'm going to save that to Drive, right? And it's going to be there. That's great. So now let's just go here and show the files that we just saved, right? This is the first one, right? So this was the one generated with Haiku, right? And you can see again, right, there's a conclusion, but there isn't as much detail and as much, I think, a legal view into the document as we got from Sonnet, right? And we just go see Sonnet here for comparison, and you can see reasoning, concurring opinions, great. But now let's go check against GPT-4, right? And of course we can do that because AI PDF, our GPT is integrated. And I'm actually going to bring in our Chrome extension right here on the side. So this way we can see everything side by side. So let's go into that folder, which is the Supreme Court folder here. Okay, great. And I'm going to sort by uploaded on, let's see. Okay, so the case that we just did is this 598. Let me just change this here. Yeah, Supreme Court case, it's 598. That was the original file. Let's just find it. I think it's called Axon something, right? Let's just find it here. Yes, Axon Enterprise. And with the Chrome extension, actually, we should be able to just bring and throw this here. Let's see if that works. Yes, perfect. So I'm going to put this in here. And let's use the same prompt, right, to make it fair. So let's use the same prompt that we used. So let me go back here. We're going to capture the prompt from the document. Remember, we saved the summary with the prompt. So great. I'm going to get the summary here, and I'm going to put it here in GPT-4. And let's see how GPT-4 does compared, right? So let's run it. So we're now using the original, capabilities of the AI PDF GPT, and it's actually the first thing we notice, right, is that there's so much data that I can send back to the GPT here, and it's just like let's write the first part of the summary. Usually it doesn't need this, but let's go with that. Yep. Okay. So case overview, Supreme Court, blah, 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 and district and circuit court decisions. Initially, both were dismissed, and then the Supreme Court decision is in there, and there's some key points here. And let's see. Okay, up to page 26, right? So the first thing you'll notice is that the ability of the models from the Claude are actually to take more text you can see that's greater than what we can do here. But we can continue our summary on the GPT here so we can finish the comparison. Continue summary. So it's going to go to into the GPT and continue from where it stopped. And then we're going to ask it to just generate a final summary so that we can better compare that, right? So yeah, and then it's going and proceeding on that. And let's see how it does. Okay. And it should be done. Okay, it concludes. Yeah. So what I'm going to ask is combine everything in one neat summary. And let's see. And then we're going to compare with, on the right side, what we have from Claude. Yeah, so let's see, which one is this? This is Sonnet, right? Let's compare first with Haiku, and then we can compare with Sonnet as well. So this one is Haiku, yes. And I don't know if you can see this. I'm going to try to make it a little bit bigger on this side. Yeah, I think that might be better. Yeah. And you can see one thing that it's clear from the beginning is that the speed much greater for Haiku. I would say even maybe for Sonnet a little bit faster, but we'll be curious to see what you guys see in practice with your use cases. And here we go. So we have this overview. There is some district circuit court decisions. And this seems to be in here as well, because the district court dismissed the suit and all of that, but it's not as maybe as the outline might be better on the GPT-4, constitutional concerns and further observations, and the decision. So yeah, so I'd say GPT-4 seems, at least from structure, again, from a layperson perspective, seems better, seems to have more of the key facts. And if we look at the Sonnet one, I think we have maybe a closer to parity, as you have like how the Supreme Court decision impacted the prior decisions from other courts. So I think that's in here. And reasoning is in here, which is great. And also, let's see what the opinions were, as you have here as well. Justice Gorsuch here, concurring. So I would say, from my view, as a layperson, seems similar at the same level between Sonnet and GPT-4. Yeah, so love to see what you guys think. Thank you. Hey, and one more thing that I forgot to mention. Just want to make sure you guys see this. So we have here on the side the summary that was done by Sonnet, and here we have the one done by GPT-4. So let's save this one here as well in AI Drive. So I can come here, just save GPT chat. Again, I'm using the Chrome extension. And then we have the answer here, and actually the prompt as well. I'm going to just take the prompt out with answers only. And here I have well formatted the answer from GPT-4. We can save that to Drive, and I'm going to rename it as GPT-4 so that you can go and compare all of these answers in Drive between the different models and see which one works best for you. All right, it's saving there. Thank you so much, and let us know what you guys think in the comments. Bye-bye.